We are back. We are back. How is everyone doing? I am excited to be back. Workouts have been going good. Streaming and video uploads have not been going so good, to be fair. But that is fine, because we're doing as best as we can. We'll start ourselves off by doing the regular stuff. We're gonna get our thumbnail set up. And I hope everyone's having a good day. Multi-chat. Is multi-chat up and running? Multi-chat's up and running. Should I give her a quick test? Test. We are back. We are live. Just okay. Okay. Either way, we are going to do lots of lower body today. I'm going to start off with some squatting, and we're going to get into some deadlifting. And then at the end, we're going to react to my first ever YouTube video. Okay, YouTube thumbnail is live. Twitch looks like it's up and running. YouTube looks like it's up and running. Can I open this in a new link as well too? No, that's not what I want to do. Let's just go my channel and live and that. And that. Okay. Everything seems to be performing correctly. I'm gonna be honest, I definitely skipped last Friday. Purely out of laziness. I worked out, but I didn't stream. Which I kind of felt a little bad for. But I'm not gonna beat myself too much up for it. I did post a video that day. I did post my video that day. And I know that a couple of the channel members and regular followers checked it out because they sent me a message about it, which was pretty cool. But didn't feel like streaming that day. Had a hot start. Definitely had a hot start to streaming. And I've fallen off the consistency wagon a little bit for sure. But I think we're doing all right either way. So it is officially Labor Day weekend here in Canada. I don't know where everyone's watching from, but for Labor Day we get the Monday off, so 3 days off. I'll probably work Monday, to be fair, but most of us all have Monday off. And it will be nice to have the weekend. Lots of stuff going on for Labor Day. Long weekend. There'll be football on, CFL football. Me and my friends got a big ol' beer pong tournament happening tomorrow, which should be good. Alyssa and I went and got our costumes figured out today, a few hours ago. So we should have that ready to go for tomorrow. Sunday we'll be watching Clash in Paris. And I got a side job that day. A friend has asked me to help them out with their bedroom flooring, so I'll probably do that. I'll be busy Sunday, actually. Kind of have a lot of stuff on the list. Need to get a workout that day. And then Monday, kind of back to business. It's the honest truth. But let's keep warming up. We'll get our squats in today. I kind of want to cruise through squats pretty quickly today. I'd like to get into deadlifts earlier if possible. Hips are actually feeling pretty good. So I am actually going on vacation. Vacation's maybe a strong word. Little trip as of next Thursday. And the program that I've been working on with Coach comes to an end right away here. And my issue is I'm running out of days, because I would like to get all of the workouts in before my trip. But the only way to do that is to work out every day between now and Thursday. And I usually don't like to do that. But I think we're going to try and do it anyway. Because what it effectively is like a little mini peak. If I can hit all my numbers, which I'm pretty confident I can, between now and Thursday, my 1 rep maxes will basically be at what they were the last time I competed. Which isn't very good, to be fair. But if I can hit that this up and coming week, and then take some time off for vacation, get a little bit of a mental reset in, we'll ramp right back up all the way till December, when I am hopefully going to be doing Last Chance in Moose Jaw. So that's kind of the plan. And that'll be the first powerlifting meet that I've done for probably about a year and a half, 2 years. We've been out of the game for a while as far as competing goes. We've only been refereeing and coaching for the last couple of years. So yeah, we got some work to do. Okay, well, let's get our first warm-up set in here. Again, we're probably not going to take up too much time squatting. I should be able to move through these pretty quickly today, I'm hoping. And thanks to Urban Combat Fitness from last stream, helping me do a little bit of troubleshooting with the microphone, he had suggested that my microphone be plugged into a USB-C 3 plug-in, which I kind of knew, but I was in a little bit of denial, and hearing it out loud was the kick in the butt I needed to actually get that ordered. So I did order it. It was only about 60 bucks. So, as we always say, anything can be solved with a positive attitude and more money. And now our audio's working, so I think we're feeling pretty good about that one. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's keep going. Let's go. Okay, it's feeling pretty good. What did I say I was getting up to? Don't think I actually said on stream here what I was getting up to. We are going to do 4 sets of 3 at 148. 148 being 325 pounds, which isn't too bad. Ooh, forgot to change the camera view. We are rusty. We are rusty. Bro needs to go check out the big crab. Oh, yeah, good call. Good call, Mr. Burns. If this was on our hardcore Ironman, or not our hardcore Ironman, our group Ironman account that I still haven't signed up for, that would be very inefficient. And we're back. There you are. Yeah. How's it going, Lane? Good to finally see you in the stream. We're on stream number 7. And this is my manager's first appearance. I'm gonna have to dock your royalty check pretty soon. And what game did you say you were playing? You said you were playing Fallout New Vegas. Numero Deuce. You checked out the first one. I feel like I'll have to go back and check the footage. Not bad. Brain is fried from work. Now prep work to crush the draft. Selecting at least 6 quarterbacks this year. Draft is on the 1st, hey? I didn't even mention that earlier. That's what I gotta do, hey? Draft is on Monday. Huh. Yeah, I got a busy frickin' week. It's never gonna end. Dial her back from 7? I can't trust you. I think you're just trying to misdirect me. And are you getting ready for Mexico, Lane? Is the question. Are you at the beer pong tournament tomorrow too? All right. Down 15 pounds since January. Shredded bra. Locked in for Mexico. And then you also you're gonna make an appearance. Deleted Facebook, so you almost missed it. Yeah, I don't even know if I accepted the invite on Facebook, to be fair. I feel like I don't know where, like, event invites are on Facebook anymore. I really don't use it. Spend all my time on Instagram, so Facebook is... I'm officially like a boomer when it comes to Facebook. I don't know how to use it anymore. You also missed the dark times of the stream lane. I'd say for the last 3 to 4 streams I've been having hella audio issues. So I had to get... And I've been kind of testing it over the last little bit. And this maybe won't sound like a surprise to you, but I needed to get one of those like USB-C 3 hubs that are powered so I can power all my devices. And now everything's working perfectly. I was having glitchy lights, I was having glitchy mics, I was having glitchy everything. I had a lot of stuff going into my computer Well, I had 4 ports on my computer, so I had like 3 important things going into the computer, the cameras and stuff like that, and then everything else that I deemed as less important or perceived as being less power consumption, I had plugged into kind of just like a USB-C splitter, but it wasn't like a USB 3. USB 3? I'm saying it wrong. You know what I'm saying, though. A USB 3 hub. But now it looks like everything's working correctly, which is sick. And if you do stick around all the way to the end lane, we're also going to be watching all Hart Barbell's first ever YouTube video. Which looks like this. Don't want to spoil anything. Gonna be good. But first, we shall get some squats in. Yeah, lots of shit takes a good amount of power through USB nowadays. So I found out, is it unlisted? No, it's not unlisted, not to my knowledge. I don't think, no, it can't be, because I had a couple of our loyal followers clip it actually and like tag me in it and stuff like that. So no, it can't be unlisted. Just didn't show up in your algorithm. I'm shocked. And we'll go up to 315. That'll be our last warm-up set before we get to 325. No getting ahead of the class lane and watching the video before we get there. I don't know if you've seen any of the Twitch bot reporting lane over the last few weeks, maybe not few weeks, couple weeks, when they got rid of all the Twitch botting. I went from about an average of like 15,000 viewers down to just 1. It was pretty upsetting. That was my first big time acting gig on Undercover Boss. That's so funny. Oh, I will never forget that moment. I will certainly never forget that moment. What's funny, it's funny that you mentioned that today, Lane, because Alyssa and I actually went to Eastside Mario's today when we were out running around. Dummied a bunch of Italian wedding soup, as is tradition. Fettuccine shrimp Alfredo, dummied that. Alyssa ate a quarter of her lasagna and brought the rest home, as is tradition, so that she has leftovers. Am I supposed to be wearing a belt today? I don't know if I'm supposed to be wearing a belt today. I am supposed to be wearing a belt today. When you say you're making an appearance tomorrow, Lane, is that your way of saying you're coming, or are you just stopping by for a short period of time? Oh, and Crabman's taking a break. Oh, I didn't run far enough. What's your thoughts on cracks and pops? Just an age thing. When my left knee cracks during squats, it's painful. Probably a good while you're going to be there. I always say that cracks and pops on their own aren't a problem. I certainly experience a whole lot of craps when I squat. That's a problem. I don't know, you might even, like, I've had a couple people comment on stream that they can hear a knee crack or pop while on stream here through my microphone. And as long as it's not alongside pain, I don't really see a problem with it. I've heard plenty of people just describe it as kind of cartilage, just kind of sliding over a knuckle or something like that. And if there isn't any pain, I really don't see a problem with it. Hey, we can crack our knuckles and have no pain associated with it, and it's not going to hurt us. It's not going to cause any injury with our knuckles or anything like that. But as far as the knees go, I would say if you're experiencing pain with it, your left knee cracks when squatting and it's painful. I mean, I think that's a problem. The painful part's the problem. Is it only painful when squatting? Does your knee bother you outside of squatting, would be my question. Gotta wear the squat plug to avoid the squat cramps. It's not IPF approved. It's not IPF approved. No squat plugs allowed. Nah, it's from when I tried to hit a 100K bike ride. Sure. Call that an overuse injury is what you call that. I bet you if you squat more frequently, it'll start feeling better would be my guess. Knee was asked for 2 years after the fact, and now squats are what aggravates it. I bet you if you squat more frequently or do more low bar squatting also. Because I can't remember. I feel like you do low bar squat. But the low bar squat puts much more of the moment arm onto the hips as opposed to the knee. The shin angle stays pretty vertical, which takes off a lot of pressure on the knee specifically. So a low bar squat is certainly a better call in that case. And it's a better squat in general, in my opinion. You are very hingy, meaning you're low bar squatting to begin with. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Maybe you're just old and broken, Lane. I do think that more regular workouts could also help, though. Not to call you out to all my millions of followers, I'm assuming your workouts aren't very frequent nowadays. So if you were working out more regularly, maybe the body would respond. Cartilage and tissues would strengthen up a little bit. Yeah. 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 I am very hingy. The safety squat bar at school was good. That would actually keep you a lot more upright, honestly. The safety squat bar should put more stress on the knee, if anything. You're also old and broken. Aren't we all? And 100% your lower back pain is non-existent when you regularly deadlift. I say that all the time. People don't want to believe it who don't want to deadlift, but my back always feels the best when I'm deadlifting regularly. If I'm deadlifting once a week at minimum, I can handle all of life outside of the gym and my back feels great. And I do a physically demanding job where I'm up and down off the floor, and it feels fine. The moment I take some time off from lifting and am not deadlifting, my back almost instantly starts hurting. Not instantly, but you get the picture. So yeah, just sometimes hard to build the habit of being in the gym regularly. Especially when you're a scholar like yourself. I guess we'll set a timer so we don't take too much time. We got four sets here. I think we'll take 3-minute breaks. You live in your gym, I live in my gym. What a surprise. Still easy to skip though. If I don't force it, I still find a way to skip the gym. one of the regular followers was asking about how to get in home-based workouts and stuff like that, and they're actually doing the I always forget the name of when you tip the barbell from side to side, that type of squat. And I told him to Google the link of the Home Depot bucket upright blueprint that we had in the Flex Lab from way back in the day. What the heck is that squat called? I always forget. I always got a rack. Steinborn squat? Yeah, I think you're right. Stein something. I think it's Steinborn. I think we're gonna hit a new strength level today too, which will be nice. Can't wait to get to level 93 and make it halfway there. 92, sorry. But yeah, I was saying earlier there when I was talking to myself, I need to get all my workouts in before Thursday. And when I say all my workouts, I mean the remainder of my little mini peak that I have set up for myself here. Because what will happen is once I get done, this is workout 1 of 6. I basically need to work out every day between now and Thursday. And when I get to workout 6 of 6, I will have hit all of my most recent meet PRs. Not PRs, sorry. Meet. My most recent meet. I guess it is a meet PR. Like, when I competed last, the numbers I hit, I will hit next week, is what I'm trying to say. And then we'll take some time off. We'll kind of reset the program for when I come back from Mexico. And we will ramp all the way back up to an actual peak at the end of the year when I compete in Last Chance. Last Chance meet is in Moose Jaw. It's a meet they do every year at the end of the year, and that's why it's called Last Chance. I wonder if we're gonna get the rest of the crowd today. They're probably upset with me for skipping last Friday. I didn't tell them. Been a little inconsistent. All right. So squats are feeling all right. That's halfway through the sets. 2 down, 2 more to go. And for the league, where did Lane start? Oh, I don't even know where you are in that. Doesn't say. I guess it would say in the chat, hey? Lane is number 7. Whew. Right in the middle. I don't mind being right in the middle, actually. You kind of just end up taking best player available more often than not. And it's a good way to get good picks without overthinking stacks and whatnot. Being at the turn, I think, feels good. But being in the middle, I think you end up picking best player available, which ultimately ends up working really well for you. However, like I said in the chat, last time I picked 11, I won the league. All right. So yeah, we are squatting today. We're going to do 4 sets of 3 here at 325. After we're finished there, we're going to move on into some heavier deadlift singles. Equip, no stream last week. Yes, great to see you, Equip. No stream last week. I'll be honest, it was out of pure laziness. Yeah, but stream this week, absolutely. We're feeling good today. Happy to be here. Hey, Burns, yeah. Burns is one of my good buddies, Equip. Fun fact is he actually helped me a lot really early on with this process before I ever hit the go live button. I sent him videos and asked him some tech-related questions, and he did a really good job helping me kind of get things set up. So he's kind of popping in and out of chat here because he's playing some video games himself here, but he has us on his second monitor. So glad you're back. Thank you. You did legs yesterday. Well, it's a good day to relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy a nice relaxing stream. How did the legs go? What did you do for legs? It's good to hear that you're actually in the gym. You said you were in a funk a couple weeks back, so just getting back into the gym is a good start. And I saw you clipped our first YouTube video, which I appreciate. That's really good. We're going to watch it at the end. And I'm going to react to it. And you guys can share your feedback. You're going to do legs again today with me. Good stuff. Going to do some Steinborn squats. Because yeah, we're going to do some squatting today. Yeah, I had a screen recorder. Yeah, that was fun to see. I appreciated that. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the video. I know everyone's first video isn't good, and I'm sure mine falls in that category, but it wasn't too bad. I had fun making it. Okay. Back to work. Yeah. So you opted for a gym membership, hip pivot press. So much more fun than squats, time-born or otherwise. Hey, nothing wrong with a gym membership. If I wouldn't have the home gym, I'd still be paying for a gym membership for sure. Because you gotta get your workouts in. Now that I'm in the north end, actually, I'm very grateful I have a home gym because there's no good gyms in the north end of the town I live in. So it's very nice to have the home gym. Oh, and Lane is also in chat on RuneScape here. Can't see the chat because I have my screen covering it up here. This you, Lane? This is you. I know how crabs work. I was just being lazy. I like your helmet there. Vivek is bad. Does it not let me say that? Triples are heavy. Triples are heavy. We'll get out of the way here. You ever see TRX falling towers? No, I can't say I have. Falling towers. I know what TRX is. TRX falling towers. Let's see. Okay, well let's we'll add that to the watch list after here. I'll make a note, and we can maybe watch a form video. You grab the straps and lean back by bending your knees. Oh, kind of like maybe like a sissy squat type thing. Grab the straps and lean back by bending your knees. Safe way to go to failure after squats. Okay. Yep. We'll take a look at it after. I don't necessarily have a TRX here, but I wonder how much a TRX actually costs. I've never thought of picking one up. Are they on Amazon? Oh my goodness. There's cheap ones for much cheaper than the actual TRX brand. The actual TRX brand is $200. Get out of here. No way. What about my supplier here? 306 Fitness. Do they have TRX? They sure do. $280. Just buy 3 different size toe straps. Yeah, I ain't spending $300 on a TRX machine or system for sure. Ain't no way. But there's cheaper ones on Amazon. There's some knockoffs. Yep, sissy, but no chance of knee spontaneously bursting open. I saw a fail once. Same with the standing booty hip thrust. If you haven't bought it, Henny Daisy Loops have more functionality. Okay, I have seen these. I think I actually have a pair of these. I only have one though. I think that's all you really need, I guess. These ones are actually made for stretching, so they kind of got this pad in the middle, and it's kind of for hamstring stretching and stuff like that is what I originally got them for. I honestly haven't used these in literally forever. I think the color's a little screwed up on this. I'll have to take a look at that. Wonder what that's this guy, eh? Yeah, we're not gonna screw with anything, but that's definitely something wrong with the color there. That's fine. Cause yeah, this is actually green. No, these are like, this is like tie down strap. This is fabric material. Definitely not stretchy. I missed something from Lane there. Just buy 3 different size toe straps. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never really enjoyed using the TRX much when I was personal training. It's something that they really tried to push on us because there were certifications and stuff like that that you could get through TRX. And my clients and I mostly just hung out in the squat rack, is the honest truth. Snaps belt. Oh, hit red there. Interesting. A little bit of clipping. You'll be happy to know, Equip, I took Urban Combat's recommendation to get a USB 3 port, and I have that set up, and a lot of things are working better at this point in time. So I'm gonna keep saying it every time I come up with a new solution, but I think the days of our audio issues are over. Even my lights here, you can probably see them from this angle. If it follows me this way, these lights are way less glitchy now that they're plugged into the USB 3 hub. The microphone is plugged into that hub. Yeah, OG Urban. Yeah, you got it. The man himself. So, yeah, I think we're cruising. It was like $60, so like not too expensive at all. I spend money on way stupider stuff. And like I always say, anything can be solved with a positive attitude and more money. Okay, let's get our last set of squats in. Nikki Schachtel. Are you related to the Kevin Hart? The Kevin Hart is actually my father. Hey, the sister. That would be the sister. That would be the sister. How on earth did you find us, Nikki? Chicklet is in there. That's funny. Is Balto watching with you, Nikki? Alyssa texted you. That's so funny. Balto, Thunder, and Simba, #1 fans. Oh, I don't know. Equip's been here every single stream. I think they have to... I appreciate their fandom, but they're gonna need to get their butt in the stream a couple more times before they can claim #1 spot. Number 2 through 4 is right, Lane. You got it. So yeah, Lane, Nikki is Alyssa's sister. You'll see her one day at the wedding at the very least, if not before then. Chicklet, I saw you. You said squat. You should come and join us, Chicklet. We're moving into deadlifts. You could deadlift with us. You're scared? No need to be scared. What I want to know, Nikki, is how embarrassing is it to have a brother-in-law who likes to pretend he's a streamer? Because that must be pretty embarrassing. He also pretends he's a 4-armed barbarian sometimes. What do you mean pretends? What do you mean pretends? I feel like you're famous. Yeah, well, my dad is Kevin Hart after all, like you said. Straight up celebrity. You dang right. Have they not adopted Thunder yet? Have you heard anything more about Thunder? You should check if the laundry is dry. I can do that. Yeah, for the rest of the chat here, Nikki fosters dogs from the local animal rescue every so often, and she currently has a little pup. Cute as heck. Just a quick poll. Type 1 in the chat if you think Alyssa should let me adopt Thunder. Oh, he meets at the new family Sunday. We missed our chance, chat. Surprisingly enough, I think the laundry's actually dry there, Chicklet. Normally when you put in all the bedding, crabs are out. Normally when you dry the bedding, the pillow covers get like tucked into the fitted sheet and they end up staying wet. Yeah. Chicklet knows the names because she actually is the one that does the laundry. Well, Lane, you can't keep on encroaching on my crabs if you want me to keep swinging at them. If you pull my name for Secret Santa again this year, you're getting me a boxer. I think that that's a great idea. Oh yeah, see, when you get in the way of these crabs, Lane, they start attacking you instead of me. Try those net bags, they separate well. Oh, see ya. Sorry. How you doing? Good to see ya. Hope your week's been going good. The whole crowd is here. Love it. Lane says he couldn't foster, he wouldn't be able to give them away. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm surprised that Nikki actually can foster the dogs without keeping them. Was it something London ate? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, Equip. She definitely throws up grass when we bring her outside because she likes to eat grass. But truthfully, she just like kind of throws up in spurts, which sucks. Today was a hairball though, yeah. Lane says, I think I have figured out who Chicklet is. Complete mystery. You're gonna be lurking a bit? Okay, that sounds good, buddy. Just let us know if you pop on in the chat, but we got a lively group of chatters in here today, so we're doing good. But sometimes she just does it for shits and giggles, yeah. The grass eating and puking is a good thing to clear out hairballs and GI issues. I actually haven't heard that. I could see that being true. Mike has big dog energy. So, Nikki, we went to the costume store today without you. We went to Spirit of Halloween. I know you're going to be upset with us. And there was a hot dog costume. And I asked Alyssa if I should go as a big dog for Halloween. Oh, 'tis true. Chicklet can confirm. She's heard that. She knows her kittens, for sure. Actually, we should plan a Halloween event where both Tristan and I are there, Nikki. And him and I should get matching hot dog costumes and we can go as big dogs. Oh, we got ourselves a visitor. Oh, poor baby. Dog. One be the dog, one be the bun. No, that's too much. Hello, London. She doesn't like being on her back. Watch. Oh yeah, she doesn't like that at all. She can wander around a bit. Superset squats while wearing the dog costume while eating hot dogs. Call me Joey Chestnut. What are you doing? Oh, he doesn't want to be here at all. We got another one. This one is the one that doesn't love me. Say hi to everyone, Charlie. 1K subscriber goal for sure. That's actually a great idea. When we hit 1K subscribers, we will do a workout stream in a hot dog costume, I promise. That's a great idea. Alyssa warm up with Mike's Max. I think he'd die. All right, Charlie. That is true. Alyssa's way stronger than I am.
No, I die.
Lane has never once met that cat. He doesn't like meeting people. That's not really his thing. Where was it? Yeah, I missed this comment here a ways back here, but equipment exercised. I hope Alo's doing all right. I do too. I hope he stops in one of these days. Charlie's just like his mom. Yeah, little camera shy. They're both indoor cats. Nikki, the family for Thunder, was it the one that was going to be adopting him that we talked about on the weekend, or was it somebody else? Same girl. That's good. They were excited to get him. We golfing this weekend, or what is the deal? Probably not, honestly, for me anyway. Tomorrow, I will be working out, and then we have a beer pong tournament tomorrow. And then Sunday, I am doing a side job flooring for Quinn, like Alyssa and I's Quinn, bridesman Quinn. And Clash in Paris is also on Sunday, so I'm going to try and squeeze in Clash in Paris, which is a wrestling thing. So I'm not going to have any time Sunday. And then Monday, I'm probably going to work, and then I also have my fantasy football draft on Monday. So I think I am 100% booked. You might be able to convince Alyssa on golfing either Sunday or perhaps Monday. Disc golf tomorrow morning with me and Eric. Tomorrow, what's morning? What's morning to you, Lane? I'll probably say tentatively no, but What's up, Fire Garage Gym? Thank you. Dom Koss Live? Dom? I'll call you Dom? Dom? Does Dom work? Thank you. We got multiple camera angles. We're just getting into deadlifts. Thanks for stopping by. Lane 8, you're disc golfing at 8 tomorrow. I'd have to get up and work out pretty early if I did that. Okay, sorry, Equip, I skipped over your message here. What are we starting with, 135 or are we using kg? These are pound plates, so this is just 135 pounds. Kg, I don't know, kg. Not a lot, 20 kgs, 20 and a half kgs. But yeah, we're going to work our way up to 380 pounds today, I believe. Before Lane yells at me for not dealing with the crabs. Oh, you might be able to talk Chicklet into some disc golf. You're gonna show up to a whole crowd of people watching you play disc golf. Yeah, Dom is joining from Twitch. You're gonna watch your show, Nikki. Well, appreciate you stopping by. Tell Thunder I will miss him dearly. Wouldn't be the first time you had a crowd. I believe that, Lane. So Dom, if you're still watching, still in the chat there, I like to ask people what made them click into the stream. What'd you see that interested you in clicking in? How'd you find us? Were you just scrolling through fitness and health, or how does that work? Oh, and then I was trying to get some water. Okay, back at it. So yeah, either way, Lane, I'm probably out on disc golf. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and get another workout in and get some work done. I have laundry to do. I'd like to get some meals made. Like to do a little maintenance day tomorrow, and if I commit to anything else, I'll probably regret it. Oh, those are feeling a little heavy today. That's not good. Roger. No, Mike. Mike. And we're back. Sia is back. Looks like you done a set. You okay, mate? I'm doing okay. I'm doing great. We've had a good stream so far tonight, which is fun. Chat's coming along, Lane. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, we're getting a good group of folks in here when we stream. If I can be a little bit more consistent, I think that'll keep on growing. But yeah, we're having a good time. How did you get any workouts in this past couple weeks there, Sia? I also, you might not be able to see, I cut my finger today at work, so that is not going to feel good gripping the barbell. So we'll see how that feels. Been a huge bum. Hey, life gets busy sometimes. You should get into the gym eventually here, but sometimes you just got to enjoy life. And I guess we'll belt up. I only watch disc golf trick shots. That I have not seen either. That would probably be fun. I imagine those are actually pretty crazy. That seems like something Lane will have definitely done. Half my shots are trick shots due to my shitty first shot. That sounds like real golf, actually. That sounds exactly like real golf. It's nice to see that we can bang the barbell and our audio isn't clipping like it was the previous week. Speaking of life, I just finished all my exams. Heck yeah. I left 7 weeks left in your internship and I will graduate with a full-fledged paramedic. Heck yeah, buddy. That is excellent. Congratulations. Paramedic would not be an easy job. I actually have one of the regulars at the bar I work at attempting to become a paramedic. But the sad news is he failed out this semester. How it works here in Canada, or at least in his program, is that you have to basically pass every single test or exam or whatever the assignment is as far as structure. And if you fail any one of those, you're done for the year, basically. You have to, it's a pass-fail for everything, and he failed something, so he is, he's out for this semester. He'd have to retry again. Gonna be a beefy paramedic. That's right. OG Urban was right. Barbell clanging and crisp audio is good. Yeah, we're doing good. Same on your side. Yeah, if you fail anything, you fail the program. Yeah, he was pretty upset. I don't want to trash the guy too much, but he has a little bit of a victim complex. It's always woe is me. It's always somebody has done something to him and the world's against him. So he's kind of one of those people that does like to make excuses. But I hope he gets back at it, because I'd like to see him get on his feet and start making some strides. He's a young guy. Glad you figured out the TV static. Way cleaner now. Yep, we can thank OG Urban. Urban Combat Fitness himself. That was that $60 little port thing I bought the other week. TV static, the microphone thing. What's our word for it? Like I recognize it when it's typed out. Acquit knows how to type it. He'll pop in there. Oh yeah, OG Fujit. Yeah. There you go. I knew you'd know. Whew. Okay, what did I say we were going up to? 380, I think I said? 172 kilograms. 172 kilograms, or 380 pounds. Alo got so startled by the static, that's what popped up in the chat, yeah. We will have an emote one day. Okay, so if we're going to 380, I'd like 2 more pulls here. What if I go 335, 365? 335, 365? I think that seems pretty reasonable. 335, 365, 380. That sounds about right. Oh. And the crabs. One thing I'll mention next week, Equip and Sia, is next week on Thursday I'm leaving the country. So I will certainly not be streaming on Friday. However, my men's league golf ended this week. So I think the plan will be to do a makeup stream on Wednesday night, because I don't have anything going on. So we'll do it at the same time that we normally start these Friday night streams. And if you're available on a Wednesday night, come join. We'll do the same thing we normally do. And if not, that's all right too. But yeah, the unfortunate part is I will be missing next Friday. But we'll do a makeup stream on the Wednesday instead, because I need to get my workouts in. I need to work out every day between now and Thursday to finish off my training block before I go away. And I want to finish off my training block before I go away, because that was the plan. Wednesday stream. Yeah, you got it. In the morning? Well, I think it's morning for you. For me, it's evening. I started an hour and a half ago, or an hour and 25 minutes ago, technically. So whatever time it is for you right now, an hour and 25 minutes ago is when I started the stream. And Alo is back. How's it going, buddy? Great to see ya. And yeah, we'll do that on Wednesday. So same start time. We are back. We are back, baby. Ears were ringing, Alo. We were talking about you like a minute and a half ago. Great timing. It'll be your Thursday morning. Okay. Yeah, that's completely fair. So it's probably, does that mean it's Saturday morning for you right now? Are you from the future? Good to see you, Alo. Yeah, excellent. We got our microphone officially figured out, I promise you. I don't think you were in the last stream, but one of my good friends popped on in this chat, and he gave me the recommendation of upgrading my ports that I had the microphone plugged into. And that has seemed to correct the problem, along with a couple other glitches I was having. So I think we are officially in the clear with that. Dang straight. All right, 365 here. This will be our last warm-up. So far, the hand's holding up. Not too bad so far. And then, yeah, Alo, I don't know if you saw the title before you clicked in here, but I uploaded my first long-form YouTube video last week. Long-form might be a bit of a stretch. I think it's only about 3.5 minutes, but we're gonna watch that at the end of the stream. Okay, catch up here. Snaps belt, always chiclet. That's the best part about having the lever belt. Okay, equip, Hart, have an idea popped into my head. If you chat often with the home gym community, you could arbitrage gym flooring and seamlessly merge with regular LVT. That way Freedom Fitness equipment gets. Hammerclad tiles or EPDM rolls to install for home gyms. That's a good call, actually, equipment. What I've done so far, that's not a bad idea so far, but what I've done so far just locally here is the people that have supplied my entire home gym setup that I've bought all my equipment from, they actually have my information, as well as they know what my gym looks like. They're good people. I've worked with them before, so if anyone, and they actually don't like installing gym flooring, okay? Or platforms for that matter. So they have actually given out my name and number to a couple people setting up home gyms here locally. So that is something I am trying to do locally here, if that's kind of what you mean here. I'm gonna have to look up these people. Freedom Fitness Equipment, Hammerclad tiles, or EPDM rolls. The term bit of a stretch is a bit of a stretch. Long form, 3.5 minutes. My God, man. Instame. Yeah, Bells of Steel is where all my equipment comes from. So Bells of Steel is the equipment that I buy. I actually used to lift with one of their reps out in Calgary. I still keep in touch with him. Him and I chat back on Instagram every so often. I saw him recently at at Powerlifting Nationals when they were here. Hey Mike, I need to hop off now. It's all good, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good weekend. If we see you on your Thursday morning, that'll be great. If not, I probably won't see you for a while just because I'll be out of country for the next week. But we'll be back the following Friday, which will be my Friday, the September 12th. Your Saturday, September 13th. Wait, you finally managed to reach more than 2 minutes of the shoulder stretch. That's amazing. I definitely got to 2 minutes. If you're talking about that time that Lane was mentioning there earlier, Alo, we're talking about the video length that I did. I definitely got to 2 minutes though. We've been working on it periodically here. Every now and then equipment will remind me. Today we're going to focus on deadlifting for sure. We can do some stretching after the deadlifts, but I want to get through the deadlifts for sure. All right. Last warm-up set. All right, we'll add, that's 165, 175, and 180. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, Burns, yeah. Alo, he's been diligent. I've been semi-diligent. I will admit, equipment definitely reminds me. Because I probably would forget, because I'm definitely a stretching skipper. You guys know me. How have you been, Alo? How's your fitness been going? Been enjoying summer? Summer's almost done here where I'm at in Canada. It's gonna start getting cold soon here, actually. And I guess 8:30. We've been online for an hour and a half. Making pretty good time. After this, so we're going to do 3 singles at 380 and then 3 triples at 161 kilos, which will be 355. So 3 singles at 380, 3 triples at 355, did I say? The memory of a goldfish. 355. What's on the barbell now? 335? No, that's 385 right now. That's 3 45-pound plates, 1 25-pound plate, 1 10-pound plate. No, sorry, 1 5-pound plate and 1 2.5-pound plate. Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, very hard to tell from that angle. But 385 pounds is what we got on there right now. Maybe easier from here. Well, that's too dark. Yeah. Oh well. It's what it is. Gonna have to trust me. Chicklet says bloop. What do you mean by bloop? What do you mean by bloop? Oof. I'm gonna ease off, but B stance. My lower back can't do back-to-back leg days. Yeah, that's definitely tough some days. I would agree with that. Were you doing B stance dead RDLs? Is that what you're saying you're doing? I do like that exercise. Oh, bloop. Goldfish memory. Bloop. That makes sense. Okay. What do we think? Should we do our first set? I think we could probably do that, eh? All right. Yeah, B stance RDLs. I might drop even more weight for Bulgarian, see if I feel sassy. Sassy belt. Belt flip is what they call that. I have heard that before. Okay. We gotta lift this. Oh boy. Oh, pretty speedy. Pretty speedy. Felt great. Clip that. By the way, I actually have another version of the shoulder stretch, and it's going to be slightly harder and use a bit of pressure. Tell us, Alo. Agreed. Agreed. Jaff. Chicklet, you're talking nonsense. What the heck is Jaff? Ah. Dang straight. Sure am. Sure am. How'd that look? Oh, that was speedy. I was right. I was right. I think that's good news for next week when we pull 405. Jab. What do you guys think? On the Wednesday stream next week, what would you guys like to see? Would you guys like to see a deadlift at 405 pounds? Would you like to see bench press at 225 pounds? Or would you like to see squat at 405 pounds? Because those are our options. I'll do whatever you guys like next Wednesday. 405 squats, 225 bench, or 405 deadlift are your Wednesday night options. Little jab. Jack Des Burns. Jack Des Bachop. With the Bachop arms on, I think that would be a little cumbersome. Lane wants to see the deadlift on Wednesday. I like deadlifting. Deadlifting's the most fun for me. Squat's always a grind. But I will squat if the rest of us want to watch a squat. Could also maybe do this on stream. This might be a little boring. Got a replacement part for my bench because the adjustment knob to set it up for incline and decline broke on me. So they sent me a new part. So we'll see how that works. Not really happy with this bench in general. I think I've mentioned before. I've considered buying a new bench, but I'm too cheap to buy a new one right now. Bench 225, gotta feel the chest when you travel the day after. Okay, that's not a bad call. Better have a sore chest the day of a travel day than sore legs and back the day of a travel day. Basically, the technique still remains the same, but this time the wrists in the cross position, X form, without fingers interlocking, and both of your hands must be fully closed like a fist. You don't have a flat and an incline? No, I have an adjustable bench, Lane. I have an adjustable bench. So it looks like this behind the back, Alo. I don't think I can reach that far. Ah. Something like that. I have a flat bench because I hate the gap in the incline. I have an adjustable too. I agree. I hate putting up. That's what it is, Alo? Okay, cool. Starting. I'll show you the bench that I actually want. It's made by Starting Strength. I just hate... Yeah, can you see that? Dang, Hart, you got the first try. Meanwhile, I'm here figuring out how to untwist my pretzel arms. Can you guys see this? If I go to this, can you guys see this? For some reason, the chat doesn't show up on here. For me. I don't know if it does for you guys. Streamer bot chat is here. What if I just remove this? And then I go here. And I copy this. And I go here. And I paste this. Okay, there you guys are. Okay, excellent. And then webcam is to... Oh, it's because it was underneath the layer. Doi. You guys ain't going to be able to see this. Yeah, tough to read the chat. Yeah, it covers chat, but we can see. Yeah, my layers were wrong. Yeah, can't read that very well from there, can ya? That's all right. But yeah, this is the... Okay, long story short. This is the bench that I want. Flat bench. Wooden plank bench. Nice and solid. That would be the dream. That's what I actually want. But $500 for a flat bench, I feel like I could find a local welder and have him build this for me for like a third of that price. Lane, for RuneLite on RuneScape here, I thought I remember there being a plugin for like max hit. Or is there a way to calculate max hit? Probably doesn't really matter all that much, but I'm curious when it goes up. Because I think I'm at 15 now, but... So, Alo, with the cross grip, is it safe to assume that you should be alternating which hand you're crossing over in between sets? Yeah, you'll see which one you have. Okay, you have one set up. Just curious. I guess it doesn't really change much when all I'm doing is fighting crabs, to be fair, but kind of nice to know either way. Okay, set, go. Oh, I didn't even change camera angles. Nope, really? I feel like it'd be good to switch over. I feel like one hand would be naturally more internally rotated, being on the underhand side. One shoulder might be a little bit more internally rotated than the other. Max hit calculator. I looked up max hit and nothing came up. Or is this an external one? Max hit. This guy right here. Fair enough. I will try that at a future date. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, surprising. I would swap which wrist crosses which. Muscle imbalances. Yeah, that was kind of my thought too. Coming from the stiff guy who probably has a ton of muscle imbalances. Okay. Set a timer here. We'll wait 4 minutes. Just because they're feeling a little heavy. And then maybe what we'll do is after deadlifting, before we go into accessories, we'll watch the YouTube video. And then depending on what time it is, we'll see if we can do the rest. Well, if it works well for you, just do it. right? Whatever feels good. One of our yoga instructors at the gym I managed way back in the day, he would coach you through movements, he would give you feedback and stuff like that, but one of his mantras, one thing that he would always share is if it feels good, do it. Because when it comes to kind of stretching and moving around your body is pretty good at signaling to you what is good for it. So if alternating hands feels better, do that. Did we get any other votes? Equip said bench. Lane said deadlift. Equip said bench. Alo, I don't know if you would be interested in tuning into a Wednesday night stream, but if you are, or even if you're not, doesn't matter. What would your vote be for a Wednesday night stream? 405 pound squat, 225 pound bench press, 405 pound deadlift. Those are 3 different workouts. I will say, from the perspective of planning exercises properly, I do think I like Equip's suggestion of a 225 pound bench so that my back and legs aren't tight for a plane ride. I think that's a pretty good idea. But I'm a man of the people. How long do I think I can last for that one compared to the previous one? Good question. All right, I'll let you decide by my choice. Exactly. I don't know how long I could last. I think probably, like, to actually keep them crossed is difficult. I will agree with that. Probably not very long, now that I try it out. What about this way? This way is way harder for me. I don't even think I can really cross them very effectively that way. Try and crawl them. I bet you I'm close to 30 seconds at most. Definitely helps you pull yourself into position by interlocking your hands. Okay, that's 4 minutes though. Yeah, that's not bad. True, it helps support it a lot, yeah. I can feel it right away as soon as I try. So 255, I'll need the 5-pounders. The 25-pounders can go away for now. Replace those with 10s on each side. So this is 235, 255. Oh no, I don't need the 5s. I can't math. 315 plus 40 is 355. That's how math works. Lane, you're a mathematician. Can you confirm? 315 pounds plus 40 pounds is 355? You need a math guy? I know a math guy. I know a math guy. You don't know a math guy. Lightweight! Lightweight, baby! Yeah, 30 seconds up to 1 minute, 1 minute. Up to 2. Yep, we're gonna do that. We are going to do that. That sounds awfully applied. I don't know, buddy, you tell me. You're the math teacher. You're the math teacher. Who do you think would win in a math contest, Lane? You or Miss Chan? Who has more math skills? You probably never had Miss Chan, did you? You hands down, very confident. You're a university math prof, not a lowly high school math teacher. I swear you and I were only in like Miss LaBerge's classes. Miss LaBerge chemistry, I feel like that was the one I remember you being in. What other classes were we in together? You don't recall LaBerge? I don't think I took. Well, I did take her for my higher level sciences, but like even Science 9, I think I had LaBerge. Oh, LaBerge, yeah. What a character, right? I almost got knocked out by her arm fat helping me with my calculations at least 3 to 5 times a week. But she was a good lady. I actually have a fun fact on Miss LaBerge. Looking back on it in hindsight as an adult, for ALO and equipment here, Miss LaBerge was like our science teacher, or a science teacher at our high school, and she was like a weird lady, and most people did not like her, to be fair. And one thing I remember about her is her classes were actually pretty challenging to score a high mark in. Her classes weren't my highest marks, and I did have some decent marks in high school, but hers were not my highest marks by any stretch. And I remember her saying that the students that took her science classes went on to do well in science classes at university. And as much as you'd hate to believe her, my bio teacher was Miss LaBerge in high school, and in university, my best class, my only class in university that I scored a 90 on, was biology. So her prediction was correct. My lowest marks in high school were my Miss LaBerge classes, biology in particular, and my highest marks in university were biology. So a little bit of adversity is kind of good for a guy, I guess. That's how you're so agile now. Took a lot of elbows. Ugh. Wow. Right? So I have a little bit of respect for her because it's not easy to be the bad guy. Look how the tables turned. Yes. That is exactly what happened. But yeah, it's not easy to be the good guy. It's probably a lot easier to be the teacher that's laid back, that doesn't give you a hard time, that just kind of lets you coast by. She'd be proud of me. Maybe. Probably. She probably would be. I think she's probably one of those ladies that are in it for the right reasons. I would never elbow LaBerge. Could squat her, maybe. Burns got shadow banned? What happened? Thanks for stopping by, Alo. Good talking to you. If you're around Wednesday, come check us out on Wednesday. Oh, just your delay. Fair enough. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Because yeah, everyone that's in chat right now is actually in the YouTube chat, which is good. We like the YouTubes. Twitch is good as well. Allegedly, we have 2 people viewing on Twitch. No chatters on... Oh, there we go. There we go. Chicklet is still watching. What a loyal little lurker. That's where the 2 viewers comes from. I think one's me. One's me, one's Chicklet. Ugh. I'm surprised you're not watching RuneScape right now. Lane, you'd probably appreciate that about Chicklet. She is continuously watching RuneScape YouTube. I'd say probably puts in a good... My guess is 2 hours a day. Let's say 10 hours of RuneScape a week. Actually, that sounds low. I don't know how much RuneScape she's watching at work. Or Skyrim. You kind of just started Skyrim. But yeah, also watching Skyrim. I heard Daily Motion has better CPM payment. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Daily Motion. Challenge playthroughs. Oh yeah, she watches a little bit of everything. Like, I would say she kind of like saw Gillinor games and like just looked up all of Cheese Pizzas per mic. Yeah, like she just like probably looked up all of the creators on Gillinor Games and kind of just went through certain ones until she found people she liked, and then she really hit them with some viewership. CPM payment. I heard Daily Motion. I don't know what Daily Motion is. I've heard of CPM before. This is a streaming website. Right. Yeah. You know what? Like, I would love to get a paycheck from YouTube or Twitch or wherever from at a certain point in time. That would be pretty cool. That would feel good to get a check in the mail. I'm also fine with what we're doing right now type thing. Like, I'm not gonna get too crazy with multi-streaming and posting to more platforms. Twitch and YouTube are good for the time being. If anything, I'd probably do Kick. I know some people have a bad opinion of Kick, but I do technically have a Kick channel available to me with the same channel name and everything like that. I have considered loading that up and trying that out one day. But I think in the near and distant future, there's probably going to be an infinite amount of streaming websites to choose from. So I think you could probably get lost in the sauce trying to do a little bit of everything. And I do think that the newer streaming websites are likely to give you more money, cost per million views or whatever it is, because they want to be competitive. It's like a startup company. They have to pay out a little bit more to get people onto their platform. I, for one, am glad you're on YouTube. I love YouTube, and I know YouTube ain't going nowhere for a very long time, so that's kind of why I'm leaning into YouTube. Twitch is fine. I always say that. Twitch is pretty good. Like, that's where I started watching streamers, so I think that Twitch will be in the rotation for a while. Yeah, Lane, I'm old for... So YouTube only for me. I get you, Lane. I get you, Lane. Okay. Should we do this? I think I've been videotaping this entire time from my cell phone. I have been. Oh my god, let's delete that. 5 minutes of me doing nothing. Oh boy, those hands are getting sore. Those hands are getting sore. I think we're gonna do our last 2 sets with straps. So yeah, some people give people a hard time for this. I've actually come around on these. I started using these within the last year, and I've always kind of thought that straps were a little bit of a band-aid. But recently, what I've been using them for is to get more volume out of my deadlifts. Because as a hook gripper, my hands take a pretty good beating. It's pretty easy to tear skin with a hook grip. And what the straps do is allow you to get in more reps without tearing up your hands. So I've found that I've been able to build up the deadlift a little easier by using straps, simply because I can get in more volume than if I didn't use straps. So we're going to stick with it for a while here. Did talk it over with coach and asked him what his opinion was, and he really didn't have a problem with straps either. So when in doubt, ask coach. I didn't know you hook grip. You thought I just double overhanded it like an animal? Or you thought I mixed grip? Or my knuckles, and my knuckles are really nasty. Look at these from flooring. Have big nasty calluses on them. Well, to be fair, you're on the second monitor. Yeah, uh-oh, my camera's starting the autofocus thing. Lane, I've been posting my lifting footage to Instagram for years, and I know you've been following, so I would have assumed you would have seen one of the deadlift videos on YouTube, or on Instagram. Ah, why is it doing that? Stop that. Tracking. God dang it. Oh, I hate that. No, this is this one. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Why hook? Afraid of bicep tears? Deleted Insta because I was spending like 3 hours on a day scrolling doing nothing. No, that's fair. That is fair. And why hook? I don't know. I mean, afraid of bicep tears is probably the original reasoning. I'd say that's fair. I certainly don't love looking at videos of bicep tears. I like the idea of not having the imbalance of an overhand and an underhand grip. Your shoulder positions are very different when one hand is supinated and one hand is pronated. So I think that the hook grip is nice for that reason. And I've always had a strong hook grip. From the very moment I've tried it, I've felt strong using the hook grip. So I think that that's why I've stuck with it. I have never dropped a deadlift from grip, which I think is a benefit of the hook grip. So yeah, like I think more than anything, it's just because it's what I like and what works. I double overhand with straps when maxing since I don't plan on stepping on the platform. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the straps took me a long time to actually get used to. My grip, the rest of my body, I had a hard time building tension the same way I could with a regular grip. I didn't have that same mind-muscle connection when using straps for the very first time. But over time, practicing with the straps, I do feel now that I can get full body tension and get into a proper positioning and feel strong with my deadlift the same way I can with my hook grip. So yeah, I mean, double overhand until you need straps and then use straps. To each their own. It's very hard to also, like, I found, like, I want to say that, like, hook gripping is a little bit of a genetic thing, hey? Because I hooked grip, and the very first time I hook gripped, I never looked back. Yes, it does hurt my thumbs a little bit, but it doesn't hurt me enough to, like, want to give up on it. And I found that a lot of people who try hook gripping just complain so much about how much it hurts their thumbs. And, you know, like, maybe that's just something that it just doesn't feel good to them. Hey, kind of like when Alo was talking about stretches. If it feels good, do it that way. It feels good for me to do it hook grip. Yes, my skin gets a little raw after time, but in general, it does feel better than an over-under grip, a mixed grip. Having said that, ugh, my quads are freaking sore for some reason. And then my hands feel good. Way better. Whew. I'm tired tonight. I am tired tonight. Deadlifting takes a lot out of a guy. Hopefully it won't hurt my beer pong form tomorrow. Might need to bring the belt with me, Lane. Equipment, have you ever played beer pong? Do you know what beer pong is? I feel like that's a pretty universal game. Yeah. And after this last set here, I think we'll watch the YouTube video so I can get your guys' opinion on that. Based off Chiclet's responses to the belt snap, I think she would be happy if you took it everywhere. Fair. Fair. I will bring it to the bedroom. That's a good point. Why? Uh-oh. No comment. Pleading the fifth is sometimes a response, or perceived as a response. Yeah, you do like, or you have tried it, you suck at it, but you like to get drunk, so win, lose, win. Yeah, I would agree with that. I have my moments. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. Definitely a lot of boozing. I used to be better at beer pong when I practiced it more when I was young and dumb, but now that I'm old and washed up, I'm quite bad at beer pong, I think. Much better at beer darts. Way better at beer darts than I am beer pong. And I don't know why, because I don't even practice darts, but for some reason I don't lose the accuracy with darts the same way I do with beer pong by not playing. You got it, babe. I will bring the belt. Lane was right. Going to bed at 9:30. And she napped all afternoon still. She is a house cat. Yeah, we're gonna keep her. She ain't going anywhere. You need like the Jaws music in the background. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, what do we think? Last set? Last set. Then we'll watch the highly anticipated YouTube video of the century. No. Yeah. Oh. All right. So one thing about the audio last time is I feel like when I watch back the stream, it sounded like the video audio was getting picked up on the microphone, and that's where the audio was coming from. And I don't know how to adjust it so that it picks up from the desktop better, or if I'm just imagining things. But maybe you guys can give me some feedback on that. All right, are we live there, equipment? Are we alive there, Lane? This is the moment you've all been waiting for. No feedback today. Yeah, I'm just talking about like when I play the video and I listened to it after the fact, after the stream was over, because we watched a video on stream last week, hey? And what it sounded like from an audio perspective is rather than just taking the desktop audio and having that as a clear audio, it's what the, like, it's like the volume is coming out the speakers and it's picking up on the mic. If that makes sense. But it sounded good to you. Yeah, like if it sounded good for you guys, that's good enough for me. Okay, we're live. Let's see here. Okay, so I guess one of the biggest things is, like, I'd love for a clear start. Some videos have like just something that they say at the beginning of every video, and you just, like, you know, and assign it to them type thing. What's up, guys? It's Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X, something like that. So I don't know what that sounds like for me. And I thought about it a little bit, and I couldn't come up with anything. So this is what I went with for this video in particular. But if you guys have any suggestions as far as opening taglines for All Hart Barbell, or for myself in particular, something that makes sense, something that's consistent with, like, my vibe and my personality, I'd love to hear it. But let's start her off. Oh. How does that volume sound? Is that loud enough? Could we hear that? Get a yes, no before we keep going. The audio is not being sent to OBS, so you couldn't hear that at all then. Paper, the squat walkout. It needed louder. Seems pretty simple. Stand up, take some steps back, hit your squat. Have you ever actually learned how to walk out your squat properly? Today we're going to cover just that. How does that look? That, from the audio bar, that sounded better to me. Just rumblings from your mic picking it up. That most recent one, yes? Mute your mic. Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic here and then test it out here again. You guys let me know. Have you ever actually learned how to walk out your squat properly? Today we're gonna cover just that. All right, how did that sound? Could you folks hear that? Worked. Did the volume sound correct? Could it be louder? I definitely don't have the audio clear. Okay, so we'll just mute my mic as I'm speaking, or as we're listening, and then I'll unmute myself when we're talking. That makes sense to me. Okay, and then let's just make sure we go over there. I'd say don't try workshopping an opening tagline. Instead, just write your scripts, and your opening tagline should come naturally, but something to end with would be great. Yeah, I feel like I kind of agree with that. That's also what I thought would kind of happen, but nothing came naturally. I guess we just got to make more videos. The ending sucks. The ending's my least favorite part of the entire video, I will say that. But, okay, let's, we'll listen to a little bit more here. Have you ever actually learned how to walk out your squat properly? Today we're going to cover just that. On paper, the squat walkout seems pretty simple. Stand up, take some steps back, hit your squat. But when I see people squatting, it's one of the first errors I see. And we can do a lot to correct these errors and make your squat more efficient and effective in the long term. Here's an example. Okay, so far, that was all pretty decent. Like, that's pretty straightforward. I threw in the little plate loading just for something different, so it just wasn't me talking at the camera all the way along. Doesn't really add any other value other than just an extra shot. Let me know if you guys thought that that was worth it or not, I suppose. Example of what I typically see. The lifter will unwrap the bar, take several steps out, more than necessary, wiggle their feet around, get set, and take their squat. The biggest problem with this is that it wastes your energy. It takes longer than it should, and it gives the barbell more opportunity to put you out of position. Alternatively, here's an example of a good squat walkout. You wedge into the bar, stand up, take. So another thing that I would ask is, can you hear a difference between the audio of me talking at the camera and the audio voiceover that's in this clip? Because on my end, I definitely can hear the difference. And I suppose what the difference is technically is my wireless mic, when I'm talking at the camera, is plugged into my PC. But when it's on the voiceover, I guess, I'm recording that voiceover through OBS. Or not OBS, DaVinci Pro. And it seemed like it was just not the same, I guess. I tried equalizing the volumes through DaVinci Pro. I'm going to play a little bit around with that because it did seem like there was some options for that. But I guess I did what I could. I tried not to go for perfect because I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. I played around with it quite a bit. Okay, B-roll footage is great. Should have switched to B-roll footage a bit earlier. Extremely worth it. Okay, interesting. I don't disagree, actually. I think, I know I watch a lot of videos that go straight to B-roll footage of, like, maybe the topic that they're talking about, if they're discussing current events, other lifters, things like that. So I thought a little bit about that, actually. So that's good feedback. Changing plates was a decent volume. It's a familiar sound that legitimizes the advice that follows. Good call. Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. All right, muting microphone. Let's listen for some more. 3 small and efficient steps, brace, and descend into your squat. Walking out like this does a couple things. It reduces the amount of steps that you take, and it shrinks the distance that you are walking out. It creates something that is repeatable and reliable for you to set up for a squat every single time. Now that we know what we're looking for, let's take a look at these clips side by side. On the left, you can see we're about a half a foot further back in the squat rack than we are in the right clip. We take a lot more steps, and you can see closely at the feet, they're taking a lot of extra shimmies to get set up. So when we're walking the bar out, we can choose either a 2-step or a 3-step walkout. Okay, so yeah, should try to keep your vocal mics equivalent. Yeah, like I did my best, is the truth. I have to do more research into it because it seems that like when I'm using different programs, when I'm using different devices, it comes in at a different volume. And there is a way to adjust that volume through DaVinci. And I thought I did some version of that, but I can tell that it's not perfect. So like I'm just gonna have to keep tinkering with that. That part's pretty straightforward. So this clip right here, this is, it's actually not as jarring as it was initially. Okay, that's good. This clip here is filmed with my cell phone. And with that one, there's a little receiver here for the microphone, and this one I found was very, very loud as a natural sound recording, and this one I was able to adjust down, and it doesn't sound that jarring here. I would agree with that, but basically there's 3 different audio outputs in this video, which I think made it challenging. There's the video, or there's the audio that comes from my cell phone footage. There's the audio that comes from the wireless mic talking head footage, and there's the voiceover audio that comes through being recorded through DaVinci. So I think that's part of my problem. Lapel mic has excellent noise canceling. Speaking to the camera is fuller, but picks up background noise fans, I think. Probably. I do have a filter on there that is supposed to suppress that background noise. So that was part of what I tried when we were having the static, the microphone issues of earlier. I did add some filters to the microphone. Okay, let's keep going. Myself prefer the 3-step walkout, so that's what I'm going to show you here next. You grip the bar, tight grip, tuck yourself under, drive your shoulders into there like we talked about. Gonna stand up. 1 step to clear the rack, 2 step to get yourself in position, and 3 step to balance. Big breath, and hit your squat. It should be your goal to make every single walkout look the exact same. Set after set, week after week, year after year. You should be able to look back into your training footage and look and see that your walkout remains consistent. This is what makes a consistent squat. Not to be overlooked is the rack position that you have the barbell on your back. You should work hard to drive the bar into your traps so that you create a tight shelf for the bar to sit on. This will create a lot of stability to help you with your walkout. The last thing I'm going to cover is re-racking the bar. The biggest error I see people make is trying to steer their way into the rack by aiming for the J-cups. I want you to forget all about the J-cups. What I'd rather you do is aim for the uprights. You cannot miss the uprights. So instead of looking to the left, looking to the right, and trying to aim the bar for the J-cups, I want you to step forward, feel the bar, hit the uprights, and let it down as the J-cups catch the bar. Some of the trolls gonna come along and say information is rehashed or derivative. Remember that man in the ring speech. I don't know if I remember the man in the ring speech. When you say it's rehashed or derivative, are you saying other people have made the video already, or are you saying that I am repeating myself, is my question. And then equipment also says levels are decent, Pareto principle, minimally variable product, don't have to fidget the details. Okay. Yeah, just curious, equipment. Rehashed or derivative, are you saying that other people have made the same video, or are you saying that I am repeating myself in this video? I would agree that other people have certainly made this video, so it is rehashed in that regard. And to tell you the honest truth, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I think I'm going to have a pretty hard time making instructive videos that haven't already been created on YouTube, so that part I can deal with. I just have to put my own spin on things. You know, some people may not have watched the Alan Thrall walkout video. Some people may have not watched some of those other walkout videos. I can live with that for the most part. What cameras are you using? Combination. I'm using my phone for certain cameras, and I'm using my OBSBot webcam for the talking head video. More specifically, are you using different cam? I am using different cam, yeah. Other people have said these things. I meant it's more of a priority for you to put out content instead of fidgeting with the mic levels, given how decent those levels are currently. Fair enough. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. Original content is tough. I would agree with that. I think I'll get better at that in time. I also think that I would kind of prefer to get more creative and start making more original content as I become better at making videos, which is why early on, at least, I don't really have a problem making these types of videos that maybe are a little bit more rehashed content. It's a good opportunity for me to get some reps in making videos, just doing the editing and stuff like that, especially since early on not a lot of people are going to check out the videos in general. And the whole presentation is encompassing and consistent. Yeah, I would agree with that. It is shorter than I thought it was. Very good editing for your first video. So like even we'll backtrack a little bit. Like I thought that this was pretty decent. I thought that this stuff was pretty decent. I'll mute it and just talk over it for now. I thought that like just switching between these footage was all right. That took me a little while. That was fun. As I talked over, so I watched someone's video that talked about I don't know if any of you watch any of it, but it's called like a J and an L cut. And a J and an L cut, they're kind of mirrors of one another, where one scene trails into another scene, but either the audio or video starts first, and that's what makes it a J or an L. So I tried that with this edit here, where I'm talking, and then a new video comes in, which is this one, but the old audio still remains. And that was what I attempted here. How many hours were you invested in this? So I actually think it was not that many. Quite frankly, everything was filmed in an evening. Everything was edited in an evening. And I want to say 3 to 4 hours. Yes, when you're talking about B-roll. Okay, yeah, I agree. That didn't happen much at the beginning of the video, and I didn't experiment with that until about, halfway through the video when I started throwing in these clips, hey? So I definitely think that, like, the back 2/3 of this video, or maybe back third of this video, is more engaging with the B-roll footage. So I would agree with that. Okay, I'm gonna mute here and we're gonna run it out to the end. I want you to step forward, feel the bar, hit the uprights, and let it down as the J-cups catch the bar. It's a much safer way to re-rack the bar. Spend the next few squat workouts working on your walkout and implementing these tips. You won't regret it. If you liked the video, like the video, and follow the channel. And check out our live streams every Friday. Yourself in position. And yeah, that's that's the sign off, I suppose. So either way, that's good. You guys generally have the same advice, I suppose. You guys are obviously on YouTube. I know Lane watches a lot of YouTube. I think Equipment's obviously on there a decent amount because he knows a lot of the people who are sharing content. So I'll experiment more with B-roll. It is tough, it's more work putting that B-roll in, but it's clearly worth it. It's more interesting for sure, and you can have this one for free. Your J's and L's were seamless. If you watch the content mills, you'll be better at building a vacuous audience with having B-rolls with various empathetic scenarios, and just grind and repeat with more. Beauty. Beauty. Okay, no, that's good. I'll work on that for future videos. More J's and L's. I completely agree. Like, I can tell the difference. That section of video was more interesting, flowed better for sure. Iterations of the same B-roll. I'll send some examples the next time. Okay, cool. What was I going to say? Okay, let's just I don't know. Let's if you guys do have walk out. Haha, my video does come up. There was a couple I watched here. That one, not as interesting. This one, I think, was probably the one.
All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the Barbell Medicine.
This one's probably the one that I went off of. Okay, sorry, Lane, I missed you here. To give it all your heart. Off the top of my head, GVS for Hart Socials. GVS obliterated Far Hot Social in this video. Okay, that was bad, but that was free. Okay, so yeah, like this one is kind of one that I watched a little bit of. Fastest, but to be, yeah. Yeah, so this is, yeah, you'll see a similarity here. As far as like me clipping in the videos.
Show us what not to do and what to do on the squat. So, without further ado, let's get to the video.
So what we'd like to do is we'd like to make the setup as simple as possible, make it repeatable and very consistent. Basically, every single unrack and walkout from the empty bar up to a 1RM type weight should look the same. So there are a few considerations here. We'd like to take as few steps as possible out of the rack in order to get a safe distance away from the hooks. We'd also like to take as few steps and shuffle around as little as possible to establish our correct toe angle.
Yeah, we don't have to watch a lot of that, but that's that was one video that I think I took the most from, if anything. Not trying to take things from people necessarily, but trying to learn from what they did. Again, repetitive content is what gains the most followers fastest. Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think it's worth repeating. The simple basics are worth repeating. People need to hear them. I think that people in fitness dive on into the minutia way too quickly. They start sweating the really small details, and they should just be focusing on the basics. I am not for the emojis, but his transitions were good. Yeah, I don't like the emojis either, but I agree. They it was a good video. I like Barbell Medicine. Barbell Medicine's a good channel, so I like their stuff in general. This is also, I bet you this video is very old. Yeah, this video is 7 years old, so their style has completely changed, hey? Editing and YouTube videos looked a lot different 7 years ago than they do nowadays. I bet you if we watched a recent video of theirs, it'd be a lot cleaner, a lot more professional. There wouldn't be emojis in it by any stretch. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of where I wanted to end the stream tonight there, folks. We will be back on Wednesday. I wanted to check that one thing, that equipment exercise there as far as channels or something like that. He said he was going to. So off the top of my head, GVS, okay, I know GVS obliterated Far Hot Socials in his videos. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of GVS, but I'll take a look at it, though. I'll take a look at it, though, and see what he says. Okay. More B-roll. More B-roll. That's the takeaway for today. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I'm not for the emojis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's call it a night, guys. If you're here Wednesday, we'll see you on Wednesday. If you can't end up making the Wednesday, we'll be back on Friday, September 12th, after I get back from Boston. Assuming I don't get thrown in Guantanamo while I'm down there for being from Canada. but I think I'll be fine. Either way, I appreciate you guys checking out the stream tonight, and hope you have a good weekend and good week. We'll see you guys later. See you, Lane.